Philomena here, and on this fireside chat, we have Nyson, one of our new members at Zantu. And today's topic we'll be talking about AI and its effect on university students or what other people are thinking about. And I think Joseph, Louise, and Nyson, you guys might have a wealth of experience interacting with AI, but also the same one at the same time what other people think about AI, especially at university. So, yeah, who wants to go first? Joseph, you said, let's go with you.
Hello, our viewers. Good evening. I'm Seriange Joseph, a software engineer with Zantu Technologies. Um, the use of AI is a bit sensitive to everybody. It's one of those things. It's low-key like a taboo or an addiction. Everyone is doing it, though nobody wants to admit. And at the same time, the people doing it demonize it. But I think just like everything, it's good and it has its bad side. The same way, just an analogy, calculators, sometimes they came, people were against them like the old mathematicians. They were like, nah, this is going to spell the mathematical thinking of the new generation. But I think we just have to find ways of using AI in moderation. Of course, the same way primary kids do not take calculators to school so that they're able to get those basic mathematical skills, addition, those basics, is the same way if someone is a bit early on in their career or in whatever they are doing, uh, it's it's not bad to use AI, but just first ensure that you have a basic understanding, a basic foundation of what you're doing, and after that, just use AI up to the end. But other than that, I feel like it's here to stay, and the people who won't be able to utilize it well will be left out.
So that's an interesting insight. You said that people who are using it don't want to admit that they're using AI. Tell us a little bit
Yes.
more about that experience.
It's the same thing. I feel like, for example, at university, I'm pretty sure very, very many of the lecturers also use it to set exams or set tests or something. But they
Okay.
go on to say that if a kid is using it, to go around answering coursework, group work, or what, it's wrong. And to some degree, they're right, but th- they are sort of demonizing it. I feel like we should embrace it, accept that it's here as a companion, as a pair, would be pair programmer or pair student, pair study buddy or something like that. Give guidelines on to people that do not use it to generate everything for you 100%. Feed it the question, tell it to teach you about that concept and all that, but not to be like, nah, you guys are just using chat GPT and it is so wrong, yet also the lecturer is using it. It's not really fair.
Louise, nice one. What do you agree with what Joseph is saying here? Because for me, back in my university days, there was no AI. So if I wanted to do something, I had to go to the library and do research from there. However, I had YouTube, so I also watch YouTube videos as well. How about you guys? What's your experience?
Me, I think he's right to a point because these lecturers who tell us not to use it at all, they come and backflash us. You're using AI, you're not doing this. I believe they also use it to help them in whatever they have to do. So he has a point.
Well, so what you're trying to say is that so how does the lecturers first of all know that you're actually using AI? Does it how do you know that how does the lecturer know that you're using AI? How do they tell?
They say that your essay is polished, it doesn't look like you.
Okay, okay, okay. I can totally agree there. Yes. Nice one. How about you? How is it going on your end?
Well, me, I feel these lecturers should change the way they are setting some of these, how can I call them, like coursework. They should change the way they are giving coursework. Maybe also change the way they are setting exams. Because now, like in year one, we would just read past papers. You go in the paper and it's the exact same thing. And the things
Mm.
I'm writing on paper, I read them from Gemini or ChatGPT. So like maybe they should change the way they are setting what, because AI is not going away anytime soon. And I can send you an essay and you really can't prove that AI wrote it. When I polished it very, very well, you can't even trace that that this thing may have come from somewhere. So in their end, they should also change the way they are setting these things because people are getting ahead.
Okay, because I think we're in a very, very tricky situation. Number one, we have people who uh, are probably doing the course of using AI. So that means your ability to use your brain to actually learn knowledge, it's now so much easy because some people might even use the chat GPTs and other models to do for them their coursework. So how do you think lecturers should set their tests? Next one, you said that they should change the way they're setting their tests. Like,
Well,
do you have something?
some of our lecturers started changing the setting. They're using something called scenario-based questions. So
Mm.
they give a scenario, and from that scenario, they examine topics that I mean, concepts that they taught in class. So at least that one, because we're in a test one time, they gave us a question like that, and of course, you know how tests can be at campus. Sometimes someone may have a phone, what. So we put in that picture in GPT, and the answer it gave us was actually wrong from the answer that was in the notes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when they use such a technique, you can get someone. Yeah, because a scenario-based question is not so direct. And if we are all using the same model, we shall all have the same answer.
So basically, what we are learning from this is that the lecturers and universities have to adapt. They
Yeah,
have to change the way they've been setting exams. So at the end of the day, they need to adapt so that you're not just hiring someone based off of AI or probably marking someone based off of AI answers, but based out of their actual knowledge and ability to actually achieve something. So
I think
at
so.
the end of the day, I'm beginning to think that AI has come to just disrupt all kinds of industries, each and every other industry. Because in the very beginning, people were laughing at software engineers, saying that AI has come to replace software engineers. You guys thought that you were all that. Now it has come to replace you guys. So good for you, right? And then now we have AI now doing videos, So obviously now we have university students who are probably learning how to do videography and all that, probably scared at some point. So we now also have all other kinds of people probably a little bit scared about it replacing what they are doing in a sense. What do you guys think about that? What's your take on that, guys? In terms of now AI not just coming for software engineers, but everyone else. Louise, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it scares us a bit because it's not only our field that's affected. If you come to think about it, even artists themselves, AI can replicate your art and make it even look better. Yet for you who has done the art piece, you've really taken your time to do every single detail, but you go and you find your art piece is copied by a certain model that you didn't even know. You're just seeing someone has printed something like that. So it affects very many fields,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I think okay, yeah, that scares people a lot because now people are like, okay, what should we do? Should we just now go and maybe sell tomatoes because it can't do that? But but
You
I
wait
think
until one day someone puts an AI model chip inside a robot, and then you'll see it do that.
yeah, but at least I'm sure it's not coming soon. very soon, like at least where we live, where we are. So maybe we are safe with selling tomatoes.
Okay. And Joseph, what do you think about that?
I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing that AI has come. It is going to free up a lot of mental effort and time that's spent doing work. Why I say that now, though that now means that for you to enter a career, you should endeavor to go above and beyond being a beginner, intermediate to an expert, because all the beginner work and almost intermediate work can be done by the AI. So maybe let me say people used to get paid simple consulting, let me say office management work. You make a letter, you transcribe minutes, you basically that sort of office management. It doesn't have a mental skill, like let me say I'm a super consultant doctor operating on the brain or what. So if you're that sort of person who has been doing that sort of secretary work, that sort of beginner work in any field, it's
Mhm.
bad news for you. But if you put in the effort and you become an expert, it's now going to be really easy for you to make a lot of money. Though on the other end, since now that beginner work is gone, it's going to be hard for people to enter those fields, because as everybody starts out as a beginner, and if there is no beginner work to do, it's hard to join because you're a beginner, you're not an expert. But so it is a two-way thing. But once you're an expert, it's really good for you.
Okay. There's a cartoon series called Pantheon. Have you guys seen it before? Ever heard about it? Nothing? So I'll tell you a little bit about what happens in this series. It's one of the most beautiful and very interesting cartoon series I've ever seen. And you know how we have artificial intelligence? So in this one, they talk about what they call uploaded intelligence. What does that mean? So it means that they upload your consciousness to the cloud. So that means when your body dies, your consciousness keeps living in the cloud. That's the premise, right? So in this one, in the very beginning, people resisted uploaded intelligence. And then when you continue to watch the series, almost everybody begins to upload their consciousness to the cloud, right? And what happens is that now people are not living in cloud. So imagine you are living in a community and all these kinds of people, and you can transform yourself into whatever you want, in a sense, right? You can fly, you can do whatever you're doing, but you're living on a server, okay? And you have nobody, it's just that. And that's it basically. And what happens is that they begin now to interact now with the humans who have human bodies, by, let's say, maybe doing trading and things like that. So what happens is that humans on Earth automated their work, and they would pay the people in this other universe, the uploaded world universe, would get paid. So of course now their form of currency was different. Their form of currency was now about, I think it was speed or something else like that. So the faster you can work a certain, like at a certain rate, I mean, I think you're much better off being paid in that sort of way, according to that world. So humans on Earth got more free time to spend with their family and their friends, because people in the upload intelligence world were doing their work. So that's the process. So that's the whole thing. So something similar is happening right now, in that as a university student, me back as a university student, if I wanted to learn how to code or how to do something, I had to go to the library. But for this sort of context, with my total have like my coding skills, actually use YouTube. I had to read books. There was no way around it. I was also, because I was studying biomedical engineering, I also had to also go to the library and I had to get books and read them. And I also had to also practice. Okay. Now, we live in a society where, as a university student, the AI can generate free answers that you need. Sometimes it might not be very accurate, honestly speaking. But how do you manage a world like this? There was some guy who recently came up with this new concept or this new AI that application that helps you cheat on your online interviews, and that's coding interviews. So someone's giving you a test, the AI is running in the background, gives you the answer, and then you can just cheat you and then just pass those interviews. Recently, I think I saw someone advertise an AI that also helps you cheat, not just in coding, but anything else. So you go on an online interview, and then you run the AI, and then if the interviewer asks a question, the AI picks it up and then tells you what to say. I mean, that's the world that we are living in. So honestly, I think I'd also be slightly scared in your context, but I think now it would give me the ability to know that now I can achieve much more, because that series that I watched called Pantheon, it taught me something about automation, how we have the ability to allow the applied intelligence or AI to automate certain process for me so that I can actually achieve much greater results. So it used to take us 3 months, 6 months to complete some sort of application, or less or more, right? Give or take. Now I can write almost complete application in about 6 hours. I could get, I would maybe call it like more almost like an MVP in 6 hours. And I could go on to polish it for the next 3 days. And I'm like, whoa, so that just blows my mind. So rather than me being scared, I'm actually excited for the opportunity that this is going to give to me. Because number one, the AI has learned so much from also other kinds of books and things like that, that it's literally something that's going to give you the knowledge that you're going to receive and do something that you otherwise never would have done, or something that would have taken you the next 5 years to do. And you can do it in a much more shorter period of time. I think for me, that's the approach that I'm taking in a sense. And I'm honestly quite excited for that sort of opportunity, honestly speaking. I don't know what you guys have to say in terms of that. Anyone can go?
Well, you're right. It's exciting, and also the fact that we're able to learn things even faster. Because by the time I would learn, let's say maybe the JavaScript, I need to write a React application. I would need 3, 5 years to be very versed in TypeScript, JavaScript, this framework, that, maybe a backend framework. But now, these days, within months, if you have the fundamentals, at least you can spin up something within just months, which is a lot easier than what used to be done back then. So I feel it's a big advantage to us. Yeah, for the interview thing, I don't know how it will be shifting, but it's still tradition, because I don't think they will defeat that AI.
Yeah,
They should start maybe interviewing based on someone is already using AI based on such
yeah.
a concept.
And you see, power is going to be given to you guys. You're going to be given a lot of power because this thing is so powerful that you could go ahead and create your own industry, do your own thing. If I wanted to create a video game, because I've tried to create video games, it's difficult because there's the art that I need to think about. There are all these things that I need to think about. But if I wanted to just spin up a video game in just 3 days using Godot game engine, I can do it. And I can have an Android gaming application that I can share with my friends. These are the opportunities that I see. Think about Africa. We have people who in rural areas who are still not yet maybe learning in schools yet. Think about the opportunity that AI could bring Recently, we saw Felix Chitaka. If you guys know him, he was able to teach AI how to speak Luganda. Imagine using an AI agent of some sort to teach young children in schools who can't afford to go to school. I mean, just look at that opportunity. I mean, the opportunities are vast. And honestly speaking, if the mountain was really this high, it's been flattened. So at the end of the day, if I don't know what to say, it's just blowing my mind that there's so many opportunities that you guys can work on, and no one's doing that. Maybe the few people are actually doing that. I don't know. What do you guys think? In a sense, but I'm seeing those opportunities for you guys. So rather than me being scared that it's going to take away my job that I would have had, good, they take away that job. But have the opportunity to do something for yourself, in a sense, right? And that's something that I want to instill in everyone that comes through Zantu, that you can do great things, in a sense, and you can be a leader in its own right. Part of our vision is to create leaders who are going to go on and influence the world. That's our vision. But yes, what do you guys think, Louise and Joseph, especially around the area of what opportunities lie ahead of you guys?
On my end, I think, yeah, I think there lie a lot of opportunities for us, especially the younger generation, the kids right now, because I see it as an opportunity to use AI to kind of make it easier for you. As if you think about it, I think kids right now, a kid from let's say primary 7 or lower or level, something like that, can actually be holding a business right now and use AI in that type of way to teach them because it can teach them the basics and something, and you could be learning something that will help you so that by the time you reach our age right now out of university, you have you have everything at your fingertips and you can use it to kind of expand, then start up your business. I see it as an opportunity for them to start early, not just wait, finish form 6, then sit, wait for university, then start on learning things that will actually help them make more money.
Sure, definitely, definitely. So even kids also have the opportunities as well that I never had. You guys have opportunities that I didn't have, in a sense. At the same time, it could also be used for the wrong thing. So we need to also be careful on that front.
Yeah.
Right. So parting shots, parting shots. What would you guys advise your classmates or other university students about the use of AI? You can start with Joseph.
I would say we need to embrace it. We need to embrace it as a tool to simplify our work and help us move faster. Though we should not think of it as something that's going to do all the thinking and we sit back and relax. No, 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 that's not how it's going to work. We should really get our cognitive thinking skills up, the creativity, such things, and let it do all the heavy lifting.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Joseph.
Well, as Joseph said, that we should embrace it. And also another thing is AI is an advantage, but it's also a disadvantage.
Mhm.
The fact that it is raising the standards and the bar of certain things. If you look at software, let's say you come up with Facebook today in 2025, it will be like something very basic. Let's say Telegram, it is still something very
Yeah.
basic. Because now that you have AI, we expect people to come up with larger things that are more incredible than what is already there, than what people came up with without AI. So if Zuckerberg could make Facebook without AI, then messaging apps are just like the next crude apps. I don't know.
Mhm.
So I feel it's also setting a bar high. is also a disadvantage and also an advantage for us somehow. So that's my take on that.
Yes. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Nelson. And Louise.
I think my take on this is that we should actually be using AI to help us to get ideas because literally, okay, people complain, I don't have money, I don't have any business to start, but there is AI seated right there. It can literally guide you. All you need to do is tell it, I have this and this amount of money, or I don't have this, I have this, I can do this, I can't do that, and it will literally craft for you a list of ideas that you could start. Speaking business wise, start
Yeah.
business wise and kind of help yourself because campus life itself is not easy. There will be times you will be down, and no one will know because you look fine. No one will know because you're dressed okay.
You
But
have to look fine.
we
Hmm.
all know deep down that, yeah, sometimes you get, but if you start thinking in that mindset, using it to kind of uplift yourself,
Yeah.
that would be a great thing. Yeah, that's my take. We should use it more to look for ideas.
Nice. Nice. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening into our fireside chat. And in case you guys have any comments or anything, just please do send some comments in. And thank you very much. And yeah, guys, thank you very much. Let's just end the stream.